Hello, today we'll be reviewing the 201 Arcade Fun portable game console by Merkury Innovations. A mouthful, I know. I was at the Walmart the other day, and at the checkout aisle on the bottom shelf I found this little guy. It only costs $9.88, so I bought it, and here we are. Inside this box, there will be a console, AV cables, a lithium battery, a charging cable, a user manual, and bubble wrap. The console itself is pretty light, and I do like the color on this device. It's like the atomic purple from a Game Boy. I like how I can see through it and see what's inside of this thing, so that's also nice too. The console itself has a reset button, a D-pad, action buttons, a start and select button, and on the side it has a volume control dial. On the top it has the jacks port where you insert for your AV cable, a charging port, and an on and off switch. The AV cables are used to connect to the console to your TV, but you'll probably need an HDMI adapter to connect to a modern TV, and a capture card if you plan on streaming the console on your computer. The battery goes into the back of the console, and a lid goes over it. I like that you can recharge the battery instead of constantly throwing away AA and AAA batteries to keep this thing going, so that's nice. So after spending some time playing the game on this console, I do have some positive things to say, but I also have a lot of negative things to say. Let's start with the positive. There isn't any delay or latency when pressing the buttons, so some other consoles, 201 consoles, will have it where if you press a button, it takes like a second for it to respond, and in that second you would probably lose the game. So this does not have the problem. This console does not have the problem, so that's nice. Frame rate for most of the games are passable. I can play the game and it won't be slow, so that's nice. There are a few notable games I like, such as Excite Bike, Turtles 1, and Fantasy Zone. The battery did last a few hours, so that's nice, and recharging it took about a couple hours, which is okay. The cons, however, while there are 200 games in this console, not all of them are unique. There is a lot of side shooters and top-down shooters, and a lot of games are pretty much the same except for a different coat of paint. If you go towards the last 100 games, you will find duplicate games with the same name and experience. An example would be the game Diamond. You will see that a couple times, and there's other games that are like that too. So some of these games are not in English. I live in the United States. The main language is English, second is Spanish. The language on the screen is neither Spanish or English, so if you know what the language is and wish to flex your bilingual skills, do so in the comment section below, because I do not know what any of this is. There are a few games that have characters in it that probably don't belong. I know on the box it states that all other trademarks and trade names are those of their respective owners. So, having Pikachu in your Tetris clone, I don't know if that counts. I guess they can get away with it. I'm not sure the legality of having certain IPs in your console. If they have the license for them, sure, that's cool, but if they don't, well, I don't know what to say. Who is this for? I would say this is for children who haven't touched an iPad, iPhone, or any gaming console. I know that Nintendo Switch is like $300+, so getting a $10 console versus a couple $100, a few $100 console probably saves you your money in your pocket, but I'm sure your kid will probably get bored if he's already played on a device that's just better than this console. But if it's like a child that's still young enough that gets distracted by colorful images on a screen, go ahead. You can use it as a distraction for a time. Just make sure you connect it to like the big screen, because it's kind of eye straining looking at the small screen on this device. This could also be used for collectors who like collecting stuff like bootlegs or shovelware or consoles like these. You know, I like collecting them once in a while and putting it on a shelf, having it as a display. But that's about it for Who's It For, I think. In conclusion, you know, you get what you pay for. It's a $10 console with, you know, 200 games on it. Not unique, but 200 nonetheless. So that's what you get for $10. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a nice day.